Your Honor, may I proceed?
Yes.
Ms. Dawson, I know it's a little hard for you, so we'll take it real slow. Okay? I just want to ask you a few questions about that night.
Okay.
You arrived at Chuggy's at 2 p.m. that afternoon.
That's right, yeah.
You said on direct that you just hung out and read until Vanessa and Taylor got there.
Yeah, I ordered some food too, and I hung out and waited.
But that's not all you did, is it? You ordered some drinks as well.
A few drinks, yeah.
In fact, when you got there, you had a shot with the bartender. Is that right?
Yes, Jordan, the bartender, wanted to celebrate. He was opening for the band, so he offered to buy me a shot.
So you took a shot with the bartender.
It was at like 2 o'clock, yeah.
And while you were sitting around, you had a mixed drink.
Yes.
In fact, you had another mixed drink.
Yes.
But before Vanessa and Taylor got there, you in fact had a third mixed drink, didn't you?
I think that's right, yes.
Well, to be fair, you know that it's right because you ordered them, didn't you?
Yes.
You also had a beer before they arrived.
That's true.
Now, when Taylor and Vanessa got there that evening, you ordered a straight whiskey, didn't you?
At 7 o'clock, yeah. We got to the table and the band was going to be playing soon, so we ordered some food, some sodas, and I ordered a whiskey as well.
You drank the whiskey, didn't you?
I did.
A little later, you left Vanessa and Taylor at the table and you went over to congratulate the bartender, didn't you?
I did, yes.
In fact, when you got there, you and the bartender took a shot together.
Yes, we did.
And then you immediately had a beer afterwards.
Yes, we did.
So then you went back over to the table with Vanessa and Taylor.
That's true.
When you got there, Vanessa received a drink,
Yeah, that's true.
but she wasn't interested in drinking it, so you and Taylor did it for her, didn't you?
That's not exactly true. I had a small sip.
So you sipped it and you and Taylor finished it.
I had one small sip. Taylor might have finished the rest of it.
So we'll count that as half of it.
It wasn't half, it was just a sip, so I don't know if I count it as half.
That's fine. Count as partial. Right after that, you ordered another whiskey, didn't you?
Whiskey and ginger, I believe.
So that's a mixed drink.
Yes.
So the band started playing, and then after about halfway through, you got behind stage, didn't you?
I did. I play a little guitar, and I thought I'd go up there and play for the crowd while the band was on break.
But before you got on stage to play the guitar, you actually had a toast with the band,
They gave our table a round of drinks.
and you drank those as well.
I drank one drink. Yes.
Oh, you drank one drink. Okay, so now we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 drinks so far.
It's only 10.
Only 10. Oh, I'm sorry. 10 and a partial. 10. So now we're at. So after you had those drinks, you saw Taylor Hobson get on stage and sing with the band.
Yes,
And it was around midnight at this point.
I think that's right.
So I'll actually bring this drink down so that we can section off the drinks well enough.
What?
This is 12 p.m. midnight,
Okay.
and the drink you had with the band was after midnight, the toast.
I think so.
So we'll just make this 9. So now this is 10. Now, when you saw Taylor on stage, you thought that she seemed pretty intoxicated.
I would say so.
And at that point, you realized that you were probably the one that was going to be driving home.
Well, I knew that was a possibility the whole night. I still thought it was a possibility at that point.
But you were more positive that you were going to be driving home. You figured it, in fact.
I figured it, yes, but I mean, I thought it was a possibility.
Now, after you figured it was probable that you would be driving home that night, you ordered a tequila sunrise.
It was still midnight. I thought we were going to be leaving at 1:30, so I ordered another drink, yes.
So, it was still midnight, and you ordered another drink.
And that was my last drink.
To be fair, that wasn't your last drink, was it, Miss Dawson?
No, it was.
Well, now, when the night was over and the band had finished playing, they came over and they wanted to have a shot with you all to celebrate the night, didn't they?
No, that's not true.
No, Miss Dawson, the band did come over and they wanted to have a shot with you all because you requested water.
That was actually the bartender who said that, not the band.
Oh, excuse me, the bartender came over and wanted to have a shot with you all.
Yes, that's true.
So you did another shot with the band, or excuse me, with the bartender.
Well, I ordered water, so no, I didn't do the shot.
You ordered water, but you didn't actually get water, did you?
That's not true.
Well, there was one water shot ordered, and Vanessa complained that her shot tasted like water, didn't she?
I can't say that in her drink was water specifically. I haven't drank it.
But she complained that it tasted like water.
She did, yes.
And your shot burned when you took it, didn't it?
A little bit, but I had a little bit of heartburn at the time, so I think that was what it was.
But to be fair, you drink pretty often, don't you?
I wouldn't say that. I drink with friends, I mean, once a month maybe.
Well, at this point, you'd had over 11 drinks that night, hadn't you?
It looks like 11, that's correct.
Okay.
At
And
midnight was my last drink.
so you would know when you take a shot, it burns. You'd already had 2 that night.
That's fair to say, I guess it's like that it burns.
And your shot burned when you took it, even though you requested water.
I suppose so, but I mean, like I said, I did have a little bit of heartburn at the time, so I thought.
Objection, Your Honor. It's not certain that that was actually alcohol.
So what is your objection to?
Relevance.
Relevance.
That's a list of the tally of all the alcoholic drinks, and it wasn't an alcoholic drink.
Would that be relevance or more prejudicial?
Also, my objection to more prejudicial.
What do you think?
Your Honor, I think this is probative because the defendant is on trial for driving under the influence of alcohol. And it's important to know exactly how many drinks she had that night. And she's already testified that she knows that a shot burns when she takes it. And she testified that this shot, even though she requested water, burned.
Yes, Your Honor.
You can't put that towel on the board. It's a statement.
So far we have over 11 drinks, don't we?
11 drinks and then a sip of another. That's what you have.
Excuse me?
11 drinks and the sip of the one.
Okay. 11 drinks and then a sip. And these drinks were after midnight.
They were at midnight.
Oh, so you had two drinks at midnight.
One a little bit before and one a little bit after. So yeah,
Well,
about-
to be fair, you didn't testify that you had one a little bit before. You testified that you had the shot after midnight with the band. You took the toast, and then you had the tequila sunrise after that.
Sure,
So you had 2 drinks after midnight,
sure.
and you left at 12:30 that next morning.
12:45, I think.
12:45. Excuse me. 12:45. So you had these 2 drinks at 12:45, or excuse me, between midnight and 12:45 that morning when you left.
Sure.
Now you testified that you're okay if you have a drink an hour, didn't you?
That's usually how I feel okay, and I felt okay at that time.
But you had these 2 drinks within 45 minutes of each other.
Yes, but to be fair, when I left the bar, I didn't feel drunk at all.
Now, when you got outside of the bar, it was raining, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
And you passed by the cab driver, and you refused a ride from him.
Yes, we had to drive Vanessa's car home Vanessa didn't want her to leave the car there. Her mother would have been mad at her if she did.
And you knew that Vanessa's house was 20 minutes away,
Yes,
but you said you could make that drive in 10.
I've made it in 10 before if you take Canyon Road, which is a kind of a shortcut, I guess, and it's the best way to take. It's the best way to get home to the residence.
You never testified that you could take 10 minutes. You knew that that road would take 10 minutes. You knew that you were going to be speeding when to take it in 10 minutes.
If you're asking when I testified, I did not say that.
Well, when you got in the car, you pulled out the radar detector, didn't you?
Vanessa had a radar detector in her car. It wasn't mine. She pulled it out.
You used it. You pulled it out and you used it when you got behind the car or the wheel,
We had it just in case, I guess.
just in case you were going to get pulled over for speeding.
I guess, yes.
So you pulled out the radar detector after you had these almost 12 drinks, and then you took off.
I pulled out of the car after I left the bar. So yes.
Past the witness.